The Forget Focus guy.
That's right.
All right, everybody, let's get ready to have some fun. All right. What's going on, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And it's Fred Lenard, subprime hero.
And we are brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast.
Michael
and
here.
yes, we are on
Way over
interview
there.
2
Price cutter,
on day 2 of this incredible Kain workshop that's happening here in lovely Lexington. And we have these 2 incredible
Yes, we
guests
do.
that have a trophy they want to show.
Kind of a big deal over
Check that
here.
out.
Not
And we'll get
third,
number 1.
not second,
Uno.
but first
That's
place.
right. That's right. We'll get to that here in a moment, but we got to introduce them the right way, right, Fred?
That's right. You know the deal.
With the ladies being introduced first, she is no stranger to the Car Guy Coffee Podcast, everybody. She knows all about dropping F-bombs on this show, but we're going to make sure that we do remind everybody that we do have a great solutionary in the room. And this man right here rocked the stage getting that trophy. So let's make welcome the one,
The only
Eliana Raggio.
That's
Thank
right.
you,
And
gentlemen.
and she is accompanied right here by our friend, the one, the only Gino Cipperoni. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Welcome to the show. You got to get the hands in there. You
That's
got to
right.
get
High
the
fives
hands
around
in
the
there like
house.
that.
Let's go. Let's have some fun.
Heck yeah.
Man, I'm excited to have you both on the show. Thank you all. Welcome to the Car Guy Coffee.
Huh?
Let's brew. We are here at the Kain Workshop 2023 in Lexington, Kentucky at the Marriott City Center. And man, this has been a great event. I come to this as our second one. Have you been to one of these before?
15 years in the automotive industry, and it is my first
Whoa,
Kain
welcome.
workshop. And I've known David Kain for 15 years.
Yeah, he's definitely
He
known.
finally got me to Lexington, Kentucky.
Hey.
And I'm so glad he did. This is beautiful conference,
Yes, it is.
gorgeous city.
It is.
We're having a great
Well,
time.
I feel bad that never.
I don't want to speak out of because Gino's my boss and stuff, but I'm really looking forward to next year's too now.
Yeah, I would say that most people, when they come once, they come again and again. I know we have somebody who's been here for over 10 years. Would not miss one. The event of the year to her. So Hannah Lipson, and she
I love her.
absolutely loves this event, and I see why. This is our second one, Lou and I, and it's been phenomenal. David is a great host.
Yes.
He brings in some great people. Like when you look around this room, you look at the vendors. Just the vendors alone, top notch, to include you all. It's great to see you guys sitting here having fun, doing your thing, getting first place in the Shark Tank.
Yeah.
But it's the dealers here, it's the people, and the way that the vendors and the dealers all interact. It's like a master plan that David came up with to make sure that this was a smooth event for everyone, and he made it that way. It's a special event. I love what he's doing here.
He's a great host, and as you said, but I've always known him to be this wonderful Southern gentleman, and
Which he is.
He really knows how to highlight and showcase the different vendors and the different messaging that they're trying to get out. Because in the end, it really is all about great education.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
about helping the dealers, and if the dealers get helped and they can sell more and service more, more, then it brings the whole automotive industry
It
up.
really does.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. Great points there. And when you can do that and be part of that, that's a legacy that he's leaving. This Kain legacy is gold right now, and he's going to keep it going. And I know he's not going to stop. He has so many people involved. His wife's sitting right over here, and she's constantly just running around doing more than most people I see. She's constantly moving things, making sure that this place is right. But it's a family affair. This place is about families and friends. When he used to host these events, he still does, but the tagline was friends and family.
I think that's what that sign says, right?
It does. Clients and friends, welcome clients and friends. But this is all family to him, and he absolutely loves doing this. And the people that come, to include you all, are people that he really just finds to be special. So that's what he wants here. He wants special people here that he finds are going to be motivational, inspirational for the dealers, but for the industry, and for people in general. So he does a great job with that, I think.
I mean, it's our first year dealery process, first year ever exhibiting and presenting here at the Kain workshop, and he's already made us feel like family.
It's very warm. It's like you said it really well yesterday, because you said other conferences it's more about the presenter and not about, or the guy that organized it, less so about other things. But David really does a great job of stepping back and let the experts dive in and really talk about what they know really well. And I think that's better for the dealers because they get a lot more out of it.
I think so too.
Right. And I think that everybody,
Gino.
the thing that he's committed to is making sure that everybody that comes gets something out of it, that the vendors make the connection to who it is that they're trying to connect to. They connect to each other, which is key, that as a network, we continue to make ourselves better with better connections in the industry. But what he also does is keep it intimate, right? It's bigger this year than it was last year. And it's always described as an intimate event because of how we can make the connections. And of course, how warm he is. And you described him to the T. When you think of a Southern gentleman that is kind and welcoming, and I mean, you can just sit down at the bench with him and have a talk, or you can get down to business. He's that kind of guy. And he is exactly what it takes for everybody to sit down at the table and rest and find their space. And to be your first year showing up, I mean, what are you going to do for an encore, guys? You know what I mean?
You got to repeat now.
That's so true.
Goodness.
So true.
I may or may not have threatened bodily injury to this one if he didn't pull out the first place win.
Yeah, you guys know which one that was. May or may
Well,
not.
that'll motivate me to win too. I promise you that.
She was staring daggers at me on the stage. You better win the seat.
You know what? I know her, and I believe that.
Yeah.
And I mean that in the nicest way. You're a winner. You like to win things. And,
I believe the
right.
word you're looking for is motivator.
there you go. She is a motivating coach that knows how to get the best out of people. You are Phil Jackson. You know what's going on, right? I love that.
I didn't have to do much though. Gino stood up there with
He did a great job.
brilliant
He did great.
story.
He did great.
You know, if you've never been to the vendor Shark Tank, like we have never been, I mean, I've seen the replay before, and I knew kind of what we were in for. So they give you 7 minutes. So
and it's 7 minutes.
it is a hard
it's like
7
30
minutes.
seconds.
It feels like 30
Yeah,
seconds.
it feels like that.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
So what happens is like 10 or 20, I don't even know how many people apply to compete. And then I don't know who the magical panel of judges is. They narrow it down to 3 who actually are on stage to compete. And so we were lucky enough to join 2 other very worthy competitors to compete. Silverback Advertising and Snapcell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a one point difference between us and Snapcell.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Literally.
It was a very
It
marginal.
It was phenomenal. And I remember just sitting there going, wow, that was so close, because it came up so quick. It's like, boom, you're like, whoa, that's just literally 1%. It was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was doing a double take. I was like, which one are we? Which one?
Yeah, because you have to. You don't want to cheer yet. You're like,
Right.
yeah.
I didn't have to cheer. Nobody had to cheer because she screamed.
Yeah,
louder
she did.
the whole
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
Again, I may or may not have cheered in jubilation when
I
I was like doing the math. I was, okay, never mind. But anyway, so 7 minutes each for each of the different presenters,
Absolutely.
which, as Gino said, felt like 30 seconds. And Gino, you were really, really, he didn't even share with me exactly everything he was going to say, but he set it up like a story. And the first, I would say, 3 minutes of the presentation was setting the stage. Hey, does your website do this? Would you like a salesperson who acted like your website? That kind of thing. And showed those very, very strong and compelling examples.
No, he
and
did a great
literally
job.
you could hear the audience go, oh, yeah.
No, yeah, you kept, I knew that there was, because we saw right before you, that's when Snapcell was up and he got cut off, and then David had done that joke about he had 50 more slides left, right? I laughed so hard, but at the same time, I saw you go through and you kept your composure the whole time. And you sent your message out. We got it loud and clear. I know that was a slight cutoff at the very end of it, but you still had everything that you need to say out. So it was perfect. I thought it was great. When I saw it at the end, I was like, "Ooh, that was good." Like I really thought you did extremely well. Your tempo in presenting was the best on stage that day.
Thank you.
So by far.
I thought it was way too fast.
No, you had to.
I speak extremely fast. You did, but you did it in such a good. Like you didn't look nervous. Like you kept it like
Were
boom,
you nervous?
boom. Yeah. No, of course not. He's like, my product is phenomenal. First place.
Yeah.
I know. Come on. But
Let's see this beautiful award
take a
again.
look at that. But remembering that you're talking to car, right?
Yeah.
We're talking to car guys inside of an area where you only have so much.
Hold that up for one more
And
second.
the truth is, if you can't get it out in 5 minutes, usually with a car guy, they're not getting it. Take a look over there.
Right.
Right. If you can't get the message at least starting to be leaned into in that amount of time, you are going to lose the attention of most car guys, whether you're on the lot, you're on the phone, or you're right there on the stage. What I love about it is that you did sprint to the finish. You left it all out there.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have to cut me off. And he did.
Yeah.
He did. And he did it in the most Southern gentlemanly way.
I had 3 slides left, David.
Only 3.
That was
Only 3. But it's amazing. But the thing is that you made it very close to home, and understanding dealers, your most important salesperson is your website. Mm-hmm. What is your website doing? How are they selling? How are they taking your ups? How are they processing your ups?
I agree with that so much.
How is all that working together and bringing that conversation right there where, you led everybody into it like a car guy. I got to give you love for that. That was great.
Thank you.
It was.
Now, with that, what was some of the feedback that you had? Of course, you're going to get your congratulations and you're attaboys. Great job. You got that.
Yep.
But what kind of feedback did you get? Because I know that you had a lot of questioning car guys and car gals in the room. What have you heard since then?
I think the feedback has been that kind of like we just said, we never thought about it that way, right? Because like you just said, it is true that your website is your most prolific salesperson.
100%.
Everyone that goes into your dealership will have met that salesperson beforehand.
True.
So we have to think about what a good experience is like in the showroom and duplicate that as much as we can online. And most websites today don't do a great job of that.
I agree with you.
Because there's not a lot of data that they have to go off of to know that, okay, here comes Lou. I know that he's looking for a truck. He likes this certain color. He likes this price range versus Fred, who's maybe looking for a
red
sedan,
convertible. Here we
whatever.
go.
That's right.
Yeah, but either
Little
way,
red Corvette.
That's right. Either way, you guys are both seeing the same site, right?
Sure.
And I think about personalization. It gets old to say, but you think about Amazon. Like none of us here have the same Amazon experience.
Right. So
no.
And that's what we have to try to duplicate in automotive.
I agree. When you look at things that are successful, especially at that level, why not tap into that a little bit and learn more? Go to other people's websites that are successful, see what they're doing, and then take notes. It doesn't have to be exactly like that, but take notes. Learn something. When your site's not really producing, that means you got to change it up. If you keep doing it and letting it sit there, that's insanity, my friends. And you got to let that change because it's never going to change if you don't do something about it. So learn, educate, go out and find people that are successful. Learn from them. That's what we do as humans and anything else we do. We go to YouTube, look for videos that people know what they're doing, how to fix a car or whatever. We learn how to cook cookies on there sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So you can do the same thing when it comes to this. Go learn from people like Amazon and then reach out to Dealer eProcess and they could teach you a little bit more about how to make that implemented into your business.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I think one of the big overarching themes here at the Kain Workshop has been how to not only get all of your first party data, because there's a lot of data that is either hidden or unreachable. But okay, so once you get the first party data, how can you activate it? How can you make it work for you? Because if you can activate it and make it work harder for you, you're going to see a much greater return on your investment, and you're going to see much better results with conversions, with leads, and then of course ultimately with sales and service appointments. So and I think a lot of different people have been talking about that first party data, but that personalization during the shopping experience, guess what? That starts with first party data, doesn't it, Gino?
Yeah.
It does. I think about it because you said first party data, you hear all these terms. The big term right now is CDP. Everyone's talking about customer data platforms and how you can take all your data from all these different sources, pipe it into one spot. But that's just kind of step one.
Right.
I don't think we're thinking past that, which is what we need to do. Because the way I kind of think about it, like you have a lot of data, it's a lot of just like raw material. CDP is kind of like the refinery for all of that. But then what are you going to take from that? Where are you going to put it to actually get something out of it? So with our retail platform, which is what I pitched yesterday, we actually have the ability now to take all of that data and pipe it into different sources like the website, the trade tool, the digital marketing, all of that. So you now have a much more comprehensive experience for the consumer that then leads them down the path much more proactively down to a sale. And so that's kind of the big thing.
And that's a smart salesperson. A good human salesperson, an excellent sales pro is going to be programmed to listen well and then redirect. They'll do the same thing for you in a different direction, but they'll give you the same service. So it may be different questions that pertain to you that give you what you want. And we want to teach the website to do that, to use the information that we have and bring it to the thing that the customer is looking for. Too often, if the salesperson isn't motivated about what the customer is looking for, I just want to sell, I just want to show, I just want to do, you're going to lose that customer. You're not going to keep them unless they don't know that there's any better out there, right? Which there's a lot out there. But when you have even artificial or your digital intelligence that's saying, hey, with the information we have, this is what you need to talk about. Just like you're saying, the Amazon experience. Now, recognizing that we have tools like that are available to integrate with so many different things. This is what takes dealers to the next level, but this is what also pushes you all to say, all right, well, how do we make it better? How do we just increase the power inside of this? I don't know. We'll just say, we'll call it a cup of coffee. We'll call it your brew of solutions, right? How do we make it even stronger? So what are some of the things that are on the horizon that maybe you haven't talked about here yet?
Ooh, I don't want to give away too much.
Right, but we expect little beans on this show.
Because, we might be back to try and repeat.
Oh, okay.
I heard on that.
Right. So speaking of the CDPs, the next thing on the horizon is taking our platform that we've built to be really ultra personalized and then using CDP data to make it better. So our system's kind of like an engine. CDPs can add like a supercharger to it.
Yeah, I love that.
So, and that's the goal there, is to incorporate data from the CRM, the DMS, everything that we as a website vendor have never had access to before, to take that data in to know, okay, Fred's back on the website. He bought a car from us 2 years ago. Let's give Fred a landing page experience that says, hey, Fred, how's your car doing? Are you due for service? Things like that. We'll know all of that without you having to log into the website.
Wait, his eyes are blinking. Yeah. Are you okay, Fred?
I love that. I think that's great. That is how it should be. I think that we all want that experience. Like you said, the Amazon experience, and I think we keep going back to that, but it is, that's why it's so special. When you go in there and everything you see in your feed is exactly what you're looking for. It's crazy. Like, it's almost like, I just said that 2 minutes ago. How's it know? Right. And it's important.
Just thinking it.
Right. That's a powerful thing. Some people, like, there was a time where I think people freaked out about it, but now I think we've all understand it, that it's actually amazing. And then now we use that tool. Now it saves me time. It makes me feel like that it's my best friend listening to me, right? It's all those things that we want. That's the importance of the future. Where the future is not stopping and it's not going to halt up. Things are changing. Things are becoming more and more progressive. Digital age is coming around. The way we communicate, the way that we go to our websites, it's changing. So be ready for all that and be open to all that. And if you are, you're going to find that your business is going to grow. It's going to be light years ahead compared to other dealerships out there, especially. And you're going to turn around and make a lot more money and then help a lot more people at the end of the day. And that's what we really want to do, is help as many people as possible. That's how we make our money at the end of the day too. So
I think customers really know these days when you're making the experience all about you, and not all about them.
That's it. And that's what they want.
Hate that.
That is it. I want that experience.
The days of dealers saying, this is how we're going to sell the car. This is how we're going to sell the car. And all you people who are interested in buying cars, this is how we're going to sell the car. No, now it's the consumer saying, I don't want to shop for a car that way. I want to shop for a car this way. I'm going to look for a person who's going to sell me a car in the way I want to shop for a car. And so dealers, you need to make sure that you are providing the experience that very savvy consumers who were pent up in their houses and did nothing but online shopping for how long?
Too long.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all we could do.
The shopping experience of cars from 4 or 5 years ago, if you're still serving that up, you are going to lose, my friend.
Oh, you are. If anything, you have to have... You can't fish in the same pond. You got to put your poles in different ones. This way you can catch as many. So why not allow yourself to do all of it? If you want to have people that do the personal, there's going to be customers that want that. But the more every year comes, the more people are going to want digital. So be hip. Let's get with it, my friends. Learn, get educated. Seriously, like she said, you're going to fall to the wayside. And you're already experiencing some of that right now. You are. So quit just saying, oh, it's going to be okay. It's going to get back to the way it was. Psych, that's not happening.
No.
So
But
be ready
never
for it
does.
to not happen and be ready to go to the way it's gonna be. That's the future, the way it's gonna be, not the way it was. So
Yeah,
I'm
no,
excited.
it's exactly, the example that you gave earlier. He's looking for a blue pickup truck, right? He's looking for a blue pickup truck. He comes to your site, and the site instead shows him a red convertible. That's not helping him.
No, he's already done.
That's not
And I'm
helping
on to
him.
the next.
Okay, but let's say he gets past the big banner ad of the red convertible that you guys have a special on, right? And he goes into the inventory, and now he is shopping for blue pickup trucks. And maybe he sees a few, but you know what? He's got called away, and he leaves the website. Now, the second time he comes back to the website, should the website show him the red convertible again? Or should the website say, hi, welcome back. Want to pick up where you left off?
Exactly.
And start right into the inventory with the blue pickup truck search. That is how your website should act. And that is what we were talking about. And that's why we won that first place award.
I love that. And folks, let me tell you, this has been you came up high five on that. That's right. So
I want to give you this.
coming out
again.
with fire.
Why didn't you go up?
But listen,
Here you go. You get this
but
again.
listen, they did. They
You
came in
get
first
that.
place. So, folks, not only are they number one here, but they are 100% CGC approved. That's right,
Everybody.
folks. We appreciate you so much for coming on the show today. Both of you all are phenomenal. Thank you, Gino. It's a pleasure to get to know you a little bit more. Look forward to getting to know you even more. Can't wait for next year's Shark Tank. See what happens, right? Like share that idea then. But no, we had a great show, folks. If you all have any questions, you guys want to learn more about this, I have their email addresses up here at the bottom. It's really easy. It's their first name at dealereprocess.com. If you guys want to go to their website to learn a little bit more, go to their website, dealereprocess.com, and they can learn a lot more. There's plenty of people there that are willing to give you all the information you need to know. It doesn't hurt to make a quick phone call, but it could hurt everything if you don't. So get after it.
That's right. So with that, we know what we got to do to finish this.
Oh,
We
yeah.
gotta
Down,
go ahead and
'cause I'm
make
gonna need
sure
my hands
that
for
we
this.
do apply the 3 F's so that we can keep growing our businesses, keep growing our relationships,
'Cause I know the
and keep
moves.
growing this
been practicing.
incredible industry. And by doing that, we wipe off the weight of unforgiveness. We focus
And
on
fly.
who we can help and where we're going, and then we stretch out and we fly.
That's it.
And
All
keep
right.
growing. So you ready?
Here we
On
go.
3, loud and proud. Let them hear you in the hallway. 1, 2, 3.
Forgive. Focus.
Focus.
Fly. And keep growing. Keep growing.
That's
All right, y'all. We'll be
everybody.
back in a few minutes with one of our good friends. So stay tuned and you'll see who it is. Peace.
Ba-na-na-na-na. Bounce, bounce.